And ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Dan Daniel Park and American Legion Post 325 Field as we are moments away from getting started with today's last game, which is going to feature Emory University, and Rowan University. I'm Davin Wilson. I will be bringing you the play-by-play action of today's ball game as we wrap up this triple header today. First off, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. First for Rowan, you're going to have Jason Clapper leading off and playing right field. Then he will be followed by third baseman Dylan Mendel. He will be followed by left fielder Sean Layden. Monty Strickland will hit cleanup and play first base. Alex Kokas will play second and bat fifth. Matt Jolly will be the designated hitter. Shane Brown will play center field and bat sixth. Seventh. Zach Leach will bat eighth, and he will catch. And Matt Edwards will play short and hit ninth in the ninth spot. Now the starting nine for Emory University. First off, we've got Nick Chambers leading things off and playing shortstop. We've got Wilson Morgan playing left field, batting second. We've got Jeff Ronperin. He is hitting third, playing second base. Batting cleanup is Brian Hernandez. He is the designated hitter. Then we have Bubby Turp. He is batting fifth, playing first base. Philip Malderari is playing third and batting sixth. David Draper batting seventh, playing center field. Chris Young batting eighth and catching. And then Richard Brereton is batting ninth and playing right field. So we're going to take a look here at some fun statistics for both of these teams. Rowan University comes in the number third seed in this regional, 28-16 on the year, 10-8 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Meanwhile, Emory University, give me a second. I seem to have lost my stats for a second. Emory University comes in 27-12 on the year, 9-7 in the University Athletic Conference. Rowan University earned a at-large bid for the tournament. They are receiving votes in the D3Baseball.com and American Baseball Coaches Association poll. Their batting line is .291 team average, .369 on-base percentage, and .374 slugging percentage. Some of the impact players for the Profs are Jason Clapp. He is batting .350, tied for first with the team high. He is also tied for first in home runs with 2 and has driven in 16 runs. Sean Layden right now, he also shares the team high in batting average with Clapper, .350, 1 dinger, 13 RBIs. Monty Strickland hitting .338 on the year, second in the team with 25 RBIs. Joe Sadler, .309 on the year, tied for third, 2 homers, 32 RBIs, team high. Dylan Mendel, .309 batting, tied for third, no homers, 9 RBIs. Matt Jolly also in third in RBIs with 24, and Alex Kokas, 22 RBIs, currently sitting fourth on the team. So some of the impact pitching for the Profs, Brad Machinsky coming in 6-2, team high in wins, .310 ERA, has thrown 72 and a third inning, top on the team, 35 strikeouts, 12 bases on balls. Andrew Cartier, 4-3, tied for third, has a .235 ERA, best on the team, has pitched 53 2/3, third on the team, and has 42 strikeouts, which ranks third on the team as well. We've got Andrew Cohen, who is actually, I believe, getting the start today for the Profs. He will. He comes in 4-4 on the year, tied for third in wins. A solid .264 ERA, has thrown 61 and a third innings, good enough for second on the team, has struck out 60, top on the team, 18 bases on balls. And meanwhile, Rob Grilly comes in 5-3, second on the team, .364 ERA, and second on the team in strikeouts with 45. So now we're going to turn our attention to the Eagles of Emory University. First off, we've got Brian Hernandez coming in with a team high .331 average. He also leads the team in homers with 3, second in RBI with 33. Then he is going to be followed by Wilson Morgan, hitting .330, good enough for second on the team, 1 homer, 21 RBI. He is fourth on the team with that. Bubby Turp, which has got to be the most awesome baseball name I've ever heard, is .323, batting .323, third on the team, 2 homers, 30 RBI. And his third on the team, Nick Chambers, comes in 321. Fourth on the team, no homers, 17 RBIs. We're going to look at some pitching. Of course, we've got Jeff Romprin, who comes in with a team-high 41 RBIs. Then we've got Billy Dimlow come in 6-1, second on the team, .95 ERA, which is the lowest on the team, also lowest in the University Athletic Conference. He has thrown 66 and a third, which is first, 78 Ks, team highest, and it has a team low, 12 bases on balls. Jackson Weig, who will be getting the start, is 4-5 on the year, 3.14 ERA, good enough for second on the team. Has thrown 106 innings, good enough for second on the team, and also has 78 Ks, tied for first on the team with Dimlow, and then has 25 bases on balls. So that's a look at both teams and their players. And so we're just taking a look at this right now, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty solid game here. We're going to take a look here at some fun facts for Rowan University. It is their first regional since 2014. Only 3 players, of course they were freshmen when that happened, are still on that team. They began the 2017 NCAA South Regional against Emory, and the Profs earned an at-large bid out of the NJAC. They received a Pool B berth, and they play in the University Athletic Association. It's the first ever meeting between Rowan and Emory. This is the Profs' 10th trip to the South Regional. They are 25 in all time in the South. Rowan won the regional in 77, 78, 79, and 84. And they also have 2 national titles to their belt, winning once in 1978 and 1979, back-to-back titles. So one of the keys for the Profs is they need to strike early and first and early. This season they are 20-8 when scoring first and 11-3 when scoring in the first inning. The Profs are just 8-8 when allowing the first run and 5-5 when the opponent scores in the opening frame. So they also are 21-5 when leading after 6 innings and 3-9 when trailing after 6. They are tied 4-2 in tie ball games through 6. Rowan is 19-0 when it has the advantage through 8. Also, the long ball gives the Profs the boost. They are 8-1 this season when recording a home run. They have not been rattled when allowing a home run either. They are 7-3 when the opponent has cleared the fence. 4 is also the magic number for the Profs. When they score 4 or more runs, they are 25-5. They have a 23-5 record when allowing 4 runs or less. To the contrary, Rowan is 3-11 when posting 3 or fewer runs, and opponents are 11-5 when scoring 5 and 4. So Moni Strickland has the team's longest active hitting streak right now at 8 games. He has reached base in 11 straight contests. Sean Layden has the longest on-base streak at 6 games. So just some fun facts there, courtesy of Rowan Sports Information Department. We would like to thank them for that. Now we're going to take a look at a fun bit for the Eagles. We're going to take a look. Jackson Weig, who is the starting pitcher, is just 1 strikeout shy of his 300 for his career, would be the only second Emory pitcher to reach that milestone. He enters tonight's game 15 shy of the program record, 314, and had an 18 strikeout game this season versus Washington and Lee on February 18th, which was a school single-game record for the Eagles. Kyle Monk, our closer, or the Eagles' closer, is currently sitting at 34 career saves. He's the NCAA Division III active leader, and with another 9 saves, moves into 4th place all time. And once again, we would like to thank the Emory University Sports Information Department for those bits of information, making things a little more interesting and giving me a few extra things to talk about here as we are preparing for the start of tonight's game. It is the final game of the triple header, as these 2 teams will look to advance into the winner's bracket. It was Roanoke College defeating Salisbury, pulling an upset there today, 15-5. LaGrange came back and beat Otterbein 7-1 in the second game. And so we'll see who's going to get the hot start here today. Once again, if you're just joining us, here are the starting 9. First off, for the visiting Eagles, we've got Nick Chambers, Leading off, playing shortstop, Wilson Morgan. Batting second, playing left field, Jeff Ronperin. He is batting third, playing second. Brian Hernandez, designated hitting, and batting in the fourth spot. Bubby Turp, playing first base, batting fifth. Philip Maldari is hitting sixth, and at third, David Draper at seventh, playing center field. Chris Young is catching and batting eighth, and Richard Brereton will bat in the ninth spot. Jackson Wee getting the start tonight for the Eagles. Now we're going to take a look here at the starting nine for the Profs. First off, we've got Jason Clapper. He will be leading off, playing right. Dylan Mendel batting second, playing third. Sean Layden hitting in the third spot, playing left field. Monty Strickland in the cleanup spot. He is playing first base. Alex Kokas is batting fifth, playing at second base. Matt Jolly batting sixth. He is designated hitting. Shane Brown, seventh, playing center field. Zach Leach batting eighth, and he is going to be behind the plate. Matt Edwards batting ninth and playing short. And it will be Cohen getting the start tonight for the Eagles. Andrew Cohen, the senior right-hander, coming in at 6'4", 185 pounds, out of New Jersey. So we are just moments away from the first pitch. So Nick Chambers leading things off here for the Eagles, looking to get things off on a hot foot. We'll see what he can do here to kick off the game. It's been an offensive kind of day here in Danville, as so far 28 runs have been scored between these four teams. And the game's first pitch will miss for a ball. Did not miss by much. So Cohen's with the 1-0 delivery. And that pitch is over for a called strike one. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Emory, a very decorated program, baseball and softball-wise. And Rowan is as well, and we ought to really be in for a great contest here. The third pitch of the game is a fastball up high. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike here in the top of the first. And that pitch just misses. Cohen wanted the outside part of the plate there. Just about got it. Just a little bit unlucky there. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1. And that pitch is over for a called strike two. And the count will run full now at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the 3-2 on the way. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. And Cohen does a great job of working back from a 3-1 deficit, getting 2 straight strikes. And Chambers is down on strikes here to start things off. So that's going to bring up Wilson Morgan. Wilson Morgan comes in hitting second on the team with a .330 average, 4th on the team in RBI with 4. And we're going to see what he can do here with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch fastball, beautiful location on the outside corner. Count goes to 0-1. So Cohen digging in. Here it comes. The 0-1. That pitch is high and inside. Count goes to a ball and a strike. So Cohen comes in here, 2.64 ERA. First on the team with 60 strikeouts. And a changeup right in there. And with a pitch like that coming off a fastball, we can see why the kid has has the team high 4 strikeouts. Hard to hit that changeup when you're coming off that fastball. So the 1-2 count. We'll see what Morgan can do here with nobody on and 1 out. So the 1-2 and pitch just high. And the count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got a beautiful evening for baseball here. 2-2. And that ball is chopped high over to second base. Morgan is going to hustle it out. The throw is errant, but they're going to rule that an infield single, as that would have been an extraordinary play by Romperin to get that out. And Wilson Morgan is on with an infield single. Or excuse me, that would have been an incredible play by Kokas. He did a good job staying home on that chopper, that high chopper. Came in, ran in when he knew he had to. And not a bad effort. That was always going to be a tough play, though. And Romperin will step in now for the Eagles. He comes in .319 on the year. No homers. Team high 41 RBIs for the Eagles. First pitch. And fastball at the knees. Good looking spot. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 coming in. And another fastball, but this one runs outside into the left-handed batter's box. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike. So as I said earlier, offense has had the upper hand here today, as so far these four teams in these first two games have scored a combined 28 runs. So the 1-1. And a good pickoff move back over to first. And Morgan is back in there by a hair, by the hair on his chinny chin chin. And the count goes to a ball and a strike, one out. Cohen looking for the 6-4-3 ground out right now. Double play. Get him out of this inning. And fastball, wanted the outside corner, just misses it. And Cohen right now has caught a couple of bad breaks. He has painted the outside corner on a couple of good pitches here. Just not able to get the call yet. So the 2-1, and that fastball is down and away, and the count runs to 3-1. Of course, Cohen had worked a 3-1 count to Nick Chambers before he battled back, got two consecutive strikes to set Chambers down for the first out. So he would definitely love to have that repeated, but I think right now he's still going for that ground ball double play. Evidenced by the fastball that misses low. And that's going to give the Eagles runners on first and second with one out. So that's going to bring up designated hitter Brian Hernandez. See what Hernandez can do in an early RBI situation with 2 on, 1 out, runners on first and second. These gaps out here at Dan Daniel are a little bit larger than what these guys are normally used to playing on. So we'll see if Hernandez can use that to his advantage as he digs in. First pitch coming from Cohen. Good looking off-speed pitch. And that just misses. And Cohen is really feeling the squeeze right now, as that looked good from up here, but it is ruled a ball, and he will fall behind 1-0 to Hernandez. So fastball down and away. Throw back over to second by Leach. Edwards there to cover, Kokas is there to cover, but he will get back in time. Count goes to 2-0. And they're going to run out and have a quick conversation with Cohen, as he finds himself in a little bit of a jam here, starting things off. Not a jam that he can't work out of unscathed, though. He does have 1 out already, but he is also facing the middle of this Eagles lineup. And we're going to take a look here. And in fact, Brian Hernandez, first on the team with a .331 average, first on the team in homers with 31, second on the team in RBIs with 33. So I think right now just more of a conversation there by Twardowski, the Eagles coach. Just trying to get his guy to settle down a little bit and not worry about some of these calls that are going against him. Almost at that point, it becomes a mind game, not letting yourself get discouraged, knowing in a couple of situations that you really should be ahead in the count, and you just got to accept the way that that's the way the strike zone is going to be called and keep going after him. So the throw down to first hits the ground. It is going to sneak past Strickland. They will hold Morgan up at third, but in the meantime, Morgan and Romperin both advance 90 feet. So now all it takes is a sacrifice fly to right here, or really anywhere in the outfield, I would imagine. And it would be a 1-0 ball game, but Hernandez is not thinking about just one. He would like to drive both of his guys in right now and get Emory out to a early 2-0 advantage here in the top of the first. 2-1, off-speed pitch, chopped down to short. Hesitation there over at short, the throw over, and Edwards doing a nice job of firing over to Strickland, but you can give Hernandez the RBI ground out, and Emory will move over, or will go on top early here, 1-0. And so Edwards had a quick look over at third, seeing which was his easier play. He had Romperin already pretty much over at third, so he decided just to fire over to Strickland first. Strickland does a great job of coming up, pulling that ball down, and making sure to get his foot back down quickly to make the tag and the out. So 1-0 coming in. And first pitch is going to miss for ball one. So Bubby Turp up now. And the count is actually going to be a ball and a strike. It's going to be 2-1 now. So we've got some clouds rolling in here, but probably just starting to get late here in the evening. 2-1 coming in. And off speed pitch hit foul back into the stands on the right side. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bubby Turp. Bubby Turp comes in hitting .323 on the year. Third highest on the team, 2 homers, 30 RBIs, third highest on the team for the Eagles. Batting in the 5th spot. So 1 run already in, 1 on. Little check swing, and they're going to say he went around, and Turp is down on strikeouts. So Cohen will get the Eagles to strand 1 in the top half of the first. Emory picks up 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left stranded. We move to the bottom half. It's 1-0 Eagles. We'll be right back. Whoa, shoot. Oh, that wasn't turned down. That's not good. Uh-oh. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Dan Daniel Park, American Legion Post 325 field. And Rowan is going to get their first shot here in the bottom half after surrendering a run on 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 error. 1-0 game, but Cohen did a great job of pitching out of that trouble. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a milestone watch here. As right now, Weig, the starting pitcher, Jackson Weig, is just 1 strikeout shy of 300. It would put him 14 shy of the program record. And so we're going to see what he can get started off here facing Jason Clapper. So right now, Jason Clapper comes in tied for the team high in batting average, 350. Tied for team high in home runs with 216 driven in on the year. Not bad numbers for a leadoff guy, especially the homers and the RBIs. So the count goes to 0-1. Obviously, you always want your leadoff guy on base. The 0-1 misses a little bit above the letters, and the count goes to 1-1. Dylan Mendel and Sean Layden will follow. So the 1-1. And off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. So we just 1 strike away from his 300th strikeout here. And that fastball is in the dirt. It will skip away from Young. And the count goes to 1-2. Waste pitch there from Weig, seeing if he could get Clapper to chase. Clapper lays off, and the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks like they added a little water to the field down there during the game, and that ball is ricocheted down the left field line. But Clapper catches a little bit of bad luck as he was a little out in front on his front foot. And we'll hook that one down the line foul. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. So here we go. And that ball is hit hard down to second base. And that's going to sneak past Romperin. And Clapper has a leadoff single for the Profs. Good start. And that's going to bring up Dylan Mendel. Or excuse me, Dylan Mendel. He is the Profs' 3rd baseman. Pickoff move over to first. Clapper back in standing up, though. First pitch, and nope, pickoff move again. As Weig is keeping a close eye on Clapper over there. Another pickoff move. And call me crazy, but I think Weig has an idea that something is going on over there at first. Clapper not taking an unusually large lead. Fastball in there inside corner. 0-1. Of course, after 3 pickoff attempts, you might start hugging the bag a little bit closer. So the 0-1. And that pitch is nowhere close. In the meantime, Clapper will easily advance to second. He takes a little bit of a look, but I think he was always going to hold up there at second base. So Mendel stepping in. Or Mendel, excuse me. Mendel stepping in. Mendel coming in. Tied for 3rd in batting average, 309, 9 RBIs on the year. Mendel showing bunt, but he will pull back, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Tying run in scoring position here. Nobody down yet. Mendel in an early RBI situation here. And 2-2 is now your count. Mendel 9 RBIs on the year. It's a solid hitter, though, 309. 2-2. And that ball is hit through the hole, down is short. They are going to hold Clapper up at third. Mendel took a little bit of a turn around first, but in the end, holds up. And that's going to bring up Sean Layden now. So the Profs getting to Week early here. So that'll bring up Sean Layden coming in tied for the team high in batting average, 350, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. So let's see what happens here. Runners on the corner as you've got Clapper and Mendel both on. Pickoff move. Mendel back over easily. And showing Bud the suicide squeeze on, but that one is going to kick foul, or excuse me, safety squeeze on that one. So the 0-1 coming into Layden. And pickoff move back. Not a bad move there by Weeg, but Mendel is back with the headfirst slide. See if we see another bunt attempt with the lefty, and he's trying to lay that down, but if it wasn't for the fact that he was bunting right there or trying to bunt, he probably would have caught that one right in the dome piece. That wouldn't have been a good way to start your day at the plate. So Layden. And he drops down a good bunt in front of home plate, but really kind of in the end, you don't want to say unproductive because it still gets Mendel up to second. But at the same time, it does not get that runner in as he just squared up on it a little bit too much and just bounced it right back in front of home plate. So that's going to bring up Monty Strickland now for the Profs. So Strickland comes in 338 on the year, no homers, second best, 25 RBIs. And first pitch misses outside. So the 1-0. And a nasty breaking ball from Weeg. And boy, umpire down here has a very tight strike zone when it comes to that outside corner, but at least he is being consistent. And that is what you want to see when you might be feeling the squeeze a little bit. So the 2-0. One out, runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. Another big breaking ball. And that corner misses, that pitch misses the corner again. Pitcher's not getting much help on the outside part of the plate. We'll see how that affects the game. Especially with Weeg being a left-hander. See if he can run in some pitches on some of these right-handed guys. Maybe try to drop a changeup or a curveball below their knees, especially on 2 strikes. See if you can't get them to go chasing. So the 3-0, and there's a swing and a miss by Strickland. So the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Runners on second and third, 1 down. And here we go. And that is a ground ball that's going to get past the glove of Maldari. That's going to score a Clapper, so Strickland will tie the game with an RBI single. And there is still just 1 out here for Alex Kokas. The Profs second baseman. Kokus, the second baseman, stepping in. And another big breaking ball outside corner will hit the plate, though. So Weig breaking out the hook here early, trying to get guys to go fishing. So the 1-0. So right now, Rowan, 1 run on 3 hits. And that pitch is blocked well by Young. So 2-0. And Weig will drop in the hook right there at the knees. Great pitch. Weig featuring that big breaking ball early. So 2-1. And there's a fastball in the dirt. Nice block by Young. So 3-1. So the 3-1. And that just misses on the outside corner. And Kokus will take ball 4 to continue the inning. And that's going to bring up Matt Jolly, the designated hitter. And they're going to go out and have a conference here on the mound. So Jolly comes in third on the team with 24 driven in. So runners on first and third, 2 down. Rowan looking to pull ahead here. Here we go. Fastball in there for a called strike 1. So Matt Jolly stepping in. Rowan comes in as the 3rd seed, 28-16, 10-8 in its conference. Second pitch is over for a called strike 2, and Weig's going to get the outside corner a little bit right there. So the 0-2. Like to thank you for tuning in here. Runner going on the play, and Kokus will get over to second. So that's going to put runners on second and third. So now a base hit here by Jolly could help the Profs put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the first. See if that happens. And that pitch just misses on the outside corner. Some tough pitches here so far. So the 2-2 coming in. Here we go. 2 outs, 2-2, and a big curveball. Strickland was caught on the 7-5-4 relay, trying to stretch his single into a double. And the count runs full house at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here we go. And big curveball and fouled off. That is going to head down the left side. So we'll do the 3-2 all over again here. It's been a great day of baseball here at Dan Daniel Park, especially if you love offense. 3-2. And that ball is hit down to second. And Ronperin will field, throw to Terp, and that's going to do it. So the Profs are going to leave a pair of runners stranded, but they do pick up 1 run on 3 hits. And Monty Strickland's RBI single will tie it up. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will have the top of the second here at Dan Daniel Park, 1-1. So we're leading off the second here. It's going to be Maldari leading things off here. The Eagles' third baseman. Here comes the 1-0. Here's the pitch, fastball, and that's going to be in the dirt. Count goes to 2-0. And fastball in there for a called strike 1. And ball is hit through the right side. So Maldari will kick things off with a single to right here in the top of the second. So David Draper will now come to the plate. And with the lefty up, we're going to see if we'll wait and see if we've got a bunt coming down. Rowan is expecting it as they have Mendel playing in close at third. Let's see what happens. And fastball inside part of the plate, over for a called strike 1. Maybe Draper taking all the way there, maybe trying to get Mendel to back off of third a little bit. Might see him take a pitch or two here. And then maybe try to bunt. And that pitch is inside for a called strike 2, so we will more than likely not see a bunt right now. Would be very surprised if we did on 0-2. Of course, it is the NCAA tournament, the regionals, so you never know. Anything can go. So here comes the 0-2, and that ball is hit well opposite field down the left field line, but that ball is going to hook foul. Draper a little late on it. So the count goes to 0-2. Maldari on first. Nobody out. 1-1 ball game. Top of the second. Third and final game of our triple header here today at Dan Daniel. And that ball is hit rather well, but it's also going to go rather foul. And the count goes to 0-2. So the 0-2 once again. Draper doing a good job of fighting off some pitches here from Cohen. And that ball is hit on a rope out to left center. So that's going to put runners on first and second now with nobody out, and that's going to bring up Chris Young. Young, the catcher for the Eagles. And Draper really straightened that one out, and good job of just squaring up on the ball and sending it back to where it came from. So that'll bring up Chris Young now. And check back. Cohen trying to get Maldari napping over there. Unable to do so. And so Young will take a timeout, will step out. Here's the pitch. And trying to bunt. Looked like they were thinking about maybe trying to. Looked like the Eagles might have had the double steal on, or maybe trying to force a errant throw there by Leach, but both runners staying put. And the bunt is on, and that's going to be popped back up. The throw over. And I think they are going to rule him safe over there first. But in the meantime, they do get the one. So Young will reach on the fielder's choice. That will bring up Brereton, who will hit with one out. So Strickland, nice play over there, first base. Almost got the double play, just came up a tad short. First pitch over for a called strike one. Brereton, the Eagles' right fielder, playing out in the 9 spot and also hitting in the 9 spot. So the 0-1. And that ball is fouled back against the backstop on the first base side. And the count rolls to 0-2. So Cohen would love nothing more than to get out of this inning without giving up a run and keeping this thing tied heading into the bottom of the second. 1-2. On its way in. And that pitch misses. Count goes to 2-2. Oh, 1-2. Count goes to 1-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. And he's down on strikes for the second out. As Cohen's third strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Nick Chambers, who, speaking of strikeouts, went down on strikes his first time up. And that is the second out of the inning. So Cohen needing just one more out. Pitch inside. Chambers has to flinch a little bit, get out of the way of it. Here comes the 1-0. And we're going to have a quick time from the umpire. So here we go. And that one is over for a called strike one. So the count goes to a ball and a strike here with 2 outs, runners on first and second. 1-1 ball game. Here we go. And that pitch misses. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 on the way in. Right now the line score, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Eagles. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Profs. So 2-2. Here we go. And fastball nowhere close. Left-handed batter's box, in fact. And the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runs full count. So Cohen just been informed already at 45 pitches so far through 1 1/3, or 1 2/3, excuse me. So the 3-2 and a swing and a miss. And Chambers down on strikes for the second time tonight. So Emory squanders a chance to get on the board, or squanders a chance to take the lead. And we head to the bottom of the second, all knotted up at 1. We'll be right back. So here we are. We're back. Bottom of the second inning. 1-1 game. First pitch misses for a ball. And that one is over for a strike. Kind of a little surprising there. So here we go, changeup, and that is going to get down over the head at third. Nice play over there at short by Chambers, but that was always going to be asking a lot. And Shane Brown is on to start the bottom of the second with an infield single. So that's going to bring up Zach Leach, the Profs catcher, who will look to get things started off here on the right foot, or keep things going actually on the right foot after Brown started off with the infield single to short. Pickoff move, but Brown is back in standing up. So right now Emory 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Rowan 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. And here it comes. And not a bad bunt there considering that was coming from the right-handed batter's box. but it will kick foul. Leach did a good job of going down the left side with that one. Counts now 0-1. So here we go. Leach showing bunt again. Able to pull back on that pitch. It will miss. Count goes to even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the second. Pickoff move, but Brown is back. Week has a heck of a pickoff move. And it almost got Brown napping right there. The 1-1. Bunt again, but Leach unable to keep that one fair. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Thank you again for joining us here for this final game of the NCAA Division III Baseball Danville, Virginia Regional. The winner of this regional moves on to Super Regionals in Wisconsin. Pickoff move back, nothing going. Of the World Series in Wisconsin. So 1-2. That fastball misses outside. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So the winner will go on to the D3 World Series in Wisconsin. That pitch is in the dirt. 3-2. So Leach is going to make Weig throw as many as he can. Once again, Weig is just 1 strikeout shy of 300. So the 3-2. See what happens. Pickoff move. And back safely, Brown. So 3-2. Unless we have another pickoff move. And no, he's going to bring the 3-2 in, and that ball is tattooed out to right center. Brown is going to get over to third on the hit. So Leach comes through with the single. So that's going to bring up Matt Edwards. And they're going to go out, and Young's going to go out and have a talk with this guy here. See what he can do. Trying to calm him down a little bit. And so Edwards digging in. He will hit with runners on the corner and nobody out. Runners on the corners and nobody down here. First pitch. First pitch bunting. And he's going to foul that one back. Rowan had the squeeze on there. Unable to pull it through, though. And the count goes to no balls and a strike here. So the 0-1 on the way in to Edwards. Here we go. Big hook right there. That will miss outside. Right now, neither one of these pitchers are really pitching for contact right now. Trying to, I think, be a little bit too fancy, work the strike zone a little bit too much, nibble in the corners. And both of them have already started to ring up pretty high pitch counts. Both of them already in the mid-40s at this point. So the 1-1 coming in. Nightfall starting to come on here in Danville, Virginia. The 1-1, and that's a nice bunt down there. And Brown is going to come in to score. The play over at first will nail Edwards. But in the meantime, Edwards does his job with an RBI sac bunt. And it is 2-1 Rowan here in the bottom of the second. Still just one out, so that will bring up Clapper. Clapper has singled and scored so far today. So Rowan turning over their lineup. First pitch high, misses for a ball. So the 1-0 coming in to Clapper. Here we go. And that ball is hit well, but that's going to get back foul on the right side. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. So 1-1 coming into Clapper, who is 1 for 1 on the afternoon or evening. I can say evening now and be right. So fastball is going to miss. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike to Jason Clapper, the Prof's right fielder. So 2-1 on the way. Here we go. Fastball down and in. Will miss. 3-1. So Rowan right now has picked up a run on 2 hits this inning. Increase there to increase its hit total to 5. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Emory with 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Weig looking to work out of this jam that he's found himself in. Good breaking ball inside corner. And the count goes to 3-2. Weig has a pretty nice curveball, something that we haven't seen a whole ton of here so far in these first 2 or 3 games thus far. So 3-2 and swung on and missed. And there's the second out as Clapper is down swinging for the second out. So that's going to bring up third baseman Dylan Mendel, who will come on. He will hit with a runner on second, 2 down, looking to avoid stranding a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the second. Here at this stage, it's obvious to say that every run counts. Every run obviously counts in every game, but especially at this stage. So here's the first pitch, and that's a fastball that's going to miss high and away. Count goes to 1-0. So let's see what happens here on this next offering. 1-0, and that one is in the dirt. Young does a nice job of blocking. And that's actually in for a strike. So it's 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. And big breaking ball, and that ball is hit. Nice play over at third by Madari. But that was going to be a tough play right there. And so Mendel will get on with his second hit of the evening. So that's going to bring up Sean Lydon. Dropped down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. So no official at bat right now for Lydon. Runners on the corners. 2 down, 2-1 ball game. Here we go. And another big curveball there from Weeg. And the count goes to 0-1. Like I was saying earlier, we really have not seen that many curveballs. We've seen a couple of good changeups, but that's been about the extent of it. A lot of smoke has been, and the runner is going to go over it. It is a delayed steal. They're going to have a run down here. Let's see what happens. And Young does a great job of hustling over to get Leach, and that's going to do it. But in the meantime, the damage has been done. Rowan picks up a run on 3 hits. They will leave a runner stranded. We go to the top of the third. Rowan in front, 2-1.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the third inning. Morgan due up for Emory. And umpire waiting for the lights to be turned on, it looks like, as the sun is setting here. Umpire is going to meet real quick, discuss whether or not they want to start this inning without the lights fully turned on. Grounds crew working to get those on as the sun is set here. And umpire is concerned about player safety. While we wait, we'll take a quick break.
And we're back here after the brief delay trying to get the lights on. That will bring up Wilson Morgan, who reached on a infield single his last time through. First pitch, and Morgan pops that one up to short, throw over, and that's going to go Kogas to Strickland for the 4-3 ground out. So Jeff Ronprin stepping in now. He took a walk his first time up. So here comes the pitch. And fastball misses low. Count goes to 1-0. And that pitch will miss. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes to Ronprin. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. And the count goes to 2-1. Brian Hernandez on deck. He is responsible for the Eagles' lone run thus far. So the 2-1. Here it comes. Fastball and chopper down to third. Mendel fires over to Strickland. And there's the second out. The 5-3 ground out. Corner to corner. So that's going to bring up Brian Hernandez. An RBI ground out his last time up. First pitch coming over. Fastball will miss. Count goes to 1-0. That ball is fouled off. Count goes to 1-1. So the 1-1 coming in. And that ball is swung on, hit down to short. Edwards having some hard time with it, but he makes a bullet of a throw over to Strickland. And hats off to Edwards, who bobbled the ball a little bit to complete the 6-3 ground out and the 1-2-3 inning. So we are through 2.5 here in Danville. 2-1, Rowan. Profs coming up to bat when we return. And we are back here. Leiden leading things off here for the Profs in the bottom of the third. Leiden dropped a sac bunt down his last time. He will take the first pitch for a strike. Count goes 0-1. And that ball is hit well down to second. And that is going to be Ronprin having some problems with it. And Leiden will reach on the air by Ronprin. So score that one in E4. And Monty Strickland, who has produced half of Rowan's runs here. He had an RBI single his first time up. First pitch to Strickland. That is a fastball just low. Count goes to 1-0. So the 1-0 coming in. Here we go. And nice pickoff move there by Weig. Nothing doing, though, as Leiden will slide back in safely. So the 1-0. 1-0 to Strickland. Pickoff move again. And so we'll wait one more time to do the 1-0 here. And umpire will take a quick timeout and time back in. So the 1-0. Here we go. Fastball, and Strickland gets a good piece of that one, but cannot straighten it out. And the count is now 1-1. 1-1 coming into Strickland. Here it comes. And that pitch is hit out to right field. That's going to drop. Strickland has his second base hit of the game. They are going to hold Leiden at second. And that's going to bring up Kokas, who Kokas reached on a walk his last time up. So still nobody out here. Runners on first and second. So Kokas reached on a walk his last time up, base on balls. Here's the first pitch. Runners on first, second, and showing bunt, but the pitch is going to be foul tip for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Kokas trying to make something happen here for the Profs, give them a insurance run, as there was a E4 and a single to lead off the inning that got runners on first and second. So here we go, the 0-1 and a perfect bunt, but unfortunate as it kicks off the lip right in front of home plate, and the count goes to 0-2. And Kokas had a gorgeous bunt right there. Just as I said, just a bad piece of luck there. So the count is now 0-2 to Kokas. Let's see what happens here. So here we go. Runners first, second. Nobody out. And that ball is hit on a rope out to left. It's going to get down. They are waving Leiden. Leiden head first slide, and he is in. And give Kokas an RBI single. So Leiden coming home to score after reaching on the E4. So that's going to bring up Matt Jolly. Jolly is 0 for 1 so far in tonight's contest. So Rowan has struck for a run in each inning here to stretch it out to 3-1 after falling behind early, 1-0. So first pitch, and fastball shot foul down the right side. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 coming into Jolly. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And Jolly's going to Try to drop down the bunt, unable to do so. It trickles foul. Count goes to 0-2. So Rowan trying to stretch this into a big inning here. Would love nothing more if they were able to do it. Break this game wide open. They definitely have the opportunity. Runners on first, second, nobody down. Middle of the lineup up. These are the guys you want up right now. Pitch in the dirt. Both runners will hold their positions. And we've now got a 1-2 count. So Jolly, see what we've got going here. Here comes the 1-2 count. And fastball just a touch upstairs, a little bit above the letters. And the count goes to 2-2. I think Weeg was trying to get Jolly to chase after that one and just pop it up. Good job there by Jolly to lay off. So the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jolly. Pitch in the dirt, and the count runs DJ Tanner full house at 3-2. So the 3-2 on the way. Full count, payoff pitch coming from Weeg. Let's see what happens here. Pretty pivotal moment here. Excuse me. So 3-2, nobody out. Runners on first and second. Here we go, full count on the way. Fastball, and that ball is hit back foul. So we've got another payoff pitch coming here. So 3-2 coming in. And strike 3. And I don't think Jolly was real happy about that. But he will have to take a seat for the first out. So that's going to bring up Shane Brown. And they're out to have a conversation on the mound. Conference is over. So Shane Brown steps in now. He's 1 for 1 with an infield single. So first pitch coming in to Shane Brown. And that pitch is in there, all speed pitch for a called strike 1. So the 0-1. Bottom of the third here. 3-1 ball game in favor of Rowan. And Young is going to call a quick timeout here. Go out and have a talk with Reeg. Reeg still remains just 1 strikeout away. Well, actually, no, that last strikeout to Jolly was number 300 for him. So congratulations to Reeg. Weeg. He is now just 14 shy of the school record. So the 0-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. And there's strikeout 301 for Weeg. That's going to bring up Zach Leach, who singled to right center his first time up. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. Looks like Weig is relying on his fastball a little bit more now than he did when he first started out. He's really starting to focus in on that curveball, and now he's gone back to the smoke. The 0-1, and speaking of curveball, there's the big drop, and wow, that's a called strike too. So the 0-2. So Weig's strikeout, the last one, gives him 3-0-2, and now 3-0-3, but they will have to record the 2-3 putout. They do. And so that's going to do it, but not before Rowan's going to pick up a run. So we are through 3 here at Dan Daniel Park. Rowan in front, 3-1. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Dan Daniel Park. So Bubby Turp leading things off here for Emory. Struck out his first time through. First pitch showing fastball, and that just misses down and in. Count goes to 1-0. So Emory looking to start trying to chip into his deficit a little bit. And well hit ball back off of Cohen. The ball will deflect over to Mendel. Mendel with the throw, and Mendel makes a great throw. Strickland with a nice scoop, and the rare 1-5-3 ground out will kick off the top of the fourth. Headsy play there all around. Cohen did a great job to get in front of that one. Mendel does a great job to collect. Great job on the throw. Strickland, nice job to hold on to that one. And there's the first out. And that pitch is inside. So it's going to bring up Maldari, who's single to right his first time up. Has 1/3 of the Eagles' hits right now. So the 1-0. And that pitch misses. And count goes to 2-0. 2-0 coming in. That fastball, no doubt about it, 2-1. Top of the fourth, 3-1 ball game here. So 2-1. Here we go. And that one is down and away. 3-1 is now your count. So 3-1. Fastball hit foul. Count runs full at 3-2. On the way. See what happens. Swing and a miss. And there's the second out, as Maladari is down on strikes for the second out. So that's going to bring up David Draper. Had a single to left center his first time up. First pitch to Draper. That pitch is over for a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 to Draper. Draper is 1 for 1 on the evening with a single, and he now falls behind 0-2. Good, two good pitches there from Cohen. And let's see what happens here. And a swing and a miss, and Cohen strikes out 2/3 of the Emory's order here in the top of the fourth. So we move to the bottom half. Emory still trailing 3-1. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Danville Park, American Legion Post 325 field here in Danville, Virginia. We go to the bottom of the first. 3-1 is your score. So Matt Edwards will lead things off. He had an RBI sack bunt his last time up. First pitch coming in. Strike. So the 0-1 to Edwards. And that looked like a two-seam fastball, and that's going to drop in for a called strike 2. Check swing, and they're going to ring him up for the first out. So Jason Clapper will now come up. Clapper has singled, struck out, and scored here thus far for the Profs. First pitch coming in. Fastball misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. We've got a tight ball game here through 3.5. 3-1 is your score. That pitch is high. Count goes to 2-0 now. The 2-0. Fastball down and in. Misses. 3-0 is now the count. Clapper 1 for 2 thus far on the evening. And here it comes. And that pitch is over. So 3-1 as Clapper taking all the way on that one. And that ball is hit well out to right field, but unfortunately for Clapper, it's going to be hit right at Brereton. And there's the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Mendel now, who is 2 for 2 with a run scored. Swung on and missed for the first strike. So nobody on, 2 outs. This would actually be the first time that Week has gotten the props down in order if he can do it. So the 0-1. Here it comes. And breaking ball will miss. Count goes to a ball and strike. So the 1-1 coming in. And another big breaking ball. Wow. Thing started out looking like it was going to be outside by quite a bit and then just broke back in at the last second. Count is 1-2. And fastball swung on and missed, but they're still going to have to do some cleanup work. So score that as a strikeout, 2-3 putout. And that's going to do it here for us in the fourth. So through full 4, getting halfway home here, Rowan holds a 3-1 lead. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Dan Daniel Park. American Legion post 325 field. Chris Young leading things off. He reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. 0 for 1. First pitch just misses outside corner, and the umpire continuing to put the squeeze on that outside part of the plate. Count goes to 1-0. And that looked like it may have been a slider coming in there, 1-1. It's a nice breaking ball, whatever it was. So the 1-1. And that ball is lifted out to center. And Brown is there to corral it in for the first out. So Brereton will now step in. Struck out his first time up. First pitch. And that is over for a called strike 1. So the 0-1 coming in. And that is taken for strike 2. Brereton now finds himself in a sticky spot down 0-2, trying to avoid his second strikeout of the game. And swung on and missed, but that is going to get past Leach. And so Brereton will reach on the wild pitch. So we're going to score that a strikeout and a wild pitch. And so that's going to bring up Nick Chambers, who is 0 for 2 right now with a pair of strikeouts. So Nick Chambers comes in 0 for 2. So first pitch breaking ball over for strike one. Hits the outside corner. So the 0-1. And fastball whistled into the stands down the right side, but that ball will not get straightened out. So the count will go to no balls, 2 strikes here. So the 0-2 coming in. Here it comes. And that one misses outside, so we'll do that will move the count to 1-2. Top of the 5th here, and Emory looking to try to cut its deficit in half here, if not tie or possibly even take the lead. And this one 3-1. Fastball, runner is going on the plate, throw over, is not going to get him. And Brereton will swipe second. So a close play over there, but the ball took an extra hop, and that prevents it from getting over there in time. And that is a line drive on the money throw. Brereton is dead to rights. So Chambers facing a 2-2 count, now at a point where a base hit probably scores a run. And Chambers gets rung up in dramatic fashion there. That is the hat trick. That's going to bring up Wilson Morgan now, who is 1 for 2, infield single and grounded out to second. I think the umpire was doing his best Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun impression right there. So Cohen looking in. As I said, Morgan 1 for 2, infield single, ground out to second his last time up. So that pitch is going to miss for ball 1. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Emory. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Rowan. Fastball just misses on the outside. 1-1 is now the count, or excuse me, 2-0. And that one is in there, inside corner. Good breaking ball. So that's going to bring it back to 2-1. And fastball hit through the left side. That should be enough to score Brereton. Throw coming home. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he is mowed down. And what a throw out there in left field by Leiden. And a great play by Leach to hold on to that ball. And wow. Looked like Brereton was going to score easily. That was a great relay throw. You can count that 7-1-2 is what it looked like from up here. Great relay. And that's going to nail the runner trying to score. So Emory unable to capitalize on getting the runner in scoring position. We're through 4.5. Eagles still trail by a total of 3-1. And we are back here at Daniel Park as Michael Jackson's Billie Jean will take us into the bottom half of the frame. First pitch hits the inside corner for strike one. Bottom of the fifth here. As it's count goes to 1-2 now. It's going to be Leiden leading off here. Leiden had the great throw to get the third out. So he reached on a error his last time up, later came around and scored, so he is 0 for 1 after dropping down a sac bunt his last time up. Got that great relay started. That nailed Brereton trying to score, and that would have made it a 3-2 ball game. And big curveball, and that's going to plunk right off your helmet. And if you're going to want to get hit by a pitch, it's going to want to be a curveball. So he will get on with a base on ball, or a hit by pitch, excuse me. So that's going to bring up Monty Strickland, who is 2 for 2 with an RBI thus far. He has accounted for 1/4 of Rowan's offense. Pickoff move over at first, back in safely. Leiden back in easily. And Weig will step off the mound for a minute. Almost halfway home here at Daniel Park. Big breaking ball as we've seen all night from Weig, and that's going to freeze Strickland, who so far is 2 for 2 on the evening with an RBI. And that pitch is going to miss, so the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's been Clapper, Leiden, and Brown scoring all the runs here so far for the Profs. And we're going to have a conference here on the mound. Got a little party in the USA here by Miley Cyrus blaring out the PA speakers. And it looks like the trainer is coming out. I wonder if Weig is maybe struggling with a blister, or wonder exactly what it is out here. Weig has thrown a considerable amount of pitches for this point in the game. So we see here so far, he has thrown 92 pitches. 94 pitches. So Kyle Monk will come into the game to pitch for Weeg. It looked like he was struggling with the blister out there. They had him throwing a few pitches trying to see, but in the end he will come off. Through 4 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, surrendered 8 hits. So not a terrible start for him, but it will, even if Emory was able to come back at this point, he did not qualify for the win, did not go the 5 innings, full 5 innings, and then +2 on top of that. The Eagles only led for a half inning in this one. They picked up the run in the first. Then Rowan came back, picked up 1 in the first on Strickland's RBI single. Then they added another run off of Kokis's RBI single. And then Edwards dropped down a RBI sacrifice bunt to make it 3-1. And so that's going to bring on Kyle Monk now. And let's see what Monk can do moving forward here. So Monk coming in to relieve for Weeg. 1 note for Weeg. He did join the 300 strikeout club for Emory, as he was able to come in and get some strikeouts. And he actually was able to come in and get 4 strikeouts. And so that puts him 11 shy of the school record. So Weg actually had an 18 strikeout game this season against Washington and Lee on February 18th, set the school's single game record. Kyle Monk, the Eagles' closer, is currently sitting at 34 career saves. He's the NCAA Division III active leader, and with another save, moves into 4th place all-time in Division III. Not bad numbers there for the kid. And he will have a tall order in Monty Strickland. Eagles have not been able to get him out all evening. It's an RBI single and then added another single in his last at bat. And it looks like we are set to resume play here going into the bottom half of the 5th. Or we are into the bottom half of the 5th. No outs, 1-1. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss by Strickland. And Strickland took a big cut at that one, but ended up coming up with nothing but air. And the count is 1-2 now. 1-2 coming in, and Strickland hits a foul ball down the right side. That ball is going to get back out of play. And we will rinse and repeat at 1-2 here. So the 1-2 count. Here it comes. And that ball is chopped down to short. 6-4. And no, they're going to have to settle with a 6-4 ground out as Strickland, a nice hustle play. He will reach on the fielder's choice. So Kokis now steps up to the plate. Kokis has walked and has a RBI single. So 1 for 1, as the base on ball does not count as an official at bat. First pitch coming in. Runner going. Strickland. And he is out. No question about it. We just had to wait a second to see if he hung on to the ball. That was Chambers covering down there for Emory. Nice play. And like I said, that was all we needed to see, is that Chambers was able to corral that one in. So the 1-1 coming into Cocos. Here it comes. Fastball, and that must have just been a little bit high. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 coming in. Fastball, and no question about that one. That one's over. 2-2 is now your count. So here we go, and that one is down and away. Outside, 3-2 is your count. Oh. And that ball is lined out to left. So Cocos, his second base hit of the game. 2 out, knocked to right. It's going to bring up Matt Jolly. Jolly steps into this one tonight, 0 for 2. He has struck out once and has also grounded out. Oh, 1, and thought about going around. He held up, though, 1-1. They appealed down to first. So the 1-1 on the way. 2 outs, 1 runner on. 3-1 ball game. And here it goes. And that pitch is going to miss just low. 2-1 is now your count. And here it comes. Fastball, and Jolly just undercutted that one. Not a terrible swing, but that's going to be an easy fly out in the end for Morgan. So Rowan unable to add to their advantage. So we are through 5. Rowan holding a 3-1 lead over Emory. Top of the 6th when we return. And so we're back here at Dan Daniel Park. Three to 1 is your score as we enter the top of the 6th. Ropern leading things off here. And first pitch, chop foul down on the third base side. Ropern comes in 0 for 3 so far on the, 0 for 2 so far, 0 for 1 on the evening. Has a walk and then bounces into a 5-3 ground out. So the 0-1 on the way. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Game right now clocking in at a little over 2 hours. So we are in the 6th. 1-1. So 1-1. And that ball misses. The count goes to 2-1. So here we go. And that ball misses. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike to Rumpern. Looking to get something going here for the Eagles. And that pitch is lined down the line and right, but back off the fence in foul territory. Count runs full house at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th. 3-1 ball game. And here it comes. And that's going to bean Rumpern. And he will reach base for the second time tonight. And this time, he will reach, in the words of my favorite Jay-Z's song, the Hard Knock Way. Hernandez steps up. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. So Hernandez comes in. He is 0 for 2. So Hernandez now with the runner on first. And that pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. So the 1-0. Pick off third, back at first, and that one is going to get away from Strickland. And in the meantime, the runner will advance up to second on the throwing error. Rumpern. And so the count is now 1-0. They're going to go and have a conference here on the mound. So short conference. And so the 1-0 coming in to Hernandez. Or no, excuse me, to Hernandez. That pitch is fouled off. So the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 coming in, and that pitch misses. Count goes to 2-1. And going to have another conference out here. This one a little bit longer than the last one. So 2-1. Runner on second. Hernandez looking to just draw the ball out into the gap or get it out down the line in right field. Would easily score Rumpern. So 2-1 on the way to Hernandez. Here we go. And that ball runs inside. And the count now goes to 3-1. So Cohen, who's been pretty solid thus far for the Profs, maybe running out of steam here, getting in the middle innings. And Hernandez knew that was a strike as soon as it got over. And the count runs DJ Tanner full house, had 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 on the way to Hernandez. 1 on, nobody out, and a swing and a miss. And Hernandez can do nothing but flip his bat and head back to the dugout. And that's the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Bubby Turp. I said it earlier, that has got to be one of the most perfect baseball names I've ever heard. He comes in 0 for 2. Strikeout and a 1-5-3 ground out. Hit a shot off of Cohen earlier in the game, and he will take a look at strike 1. Getting close to the middle innings here. 3-1 score in favor of Rowan. They're looking to advance to the winner's bracket tomorrow. So here's the pitch, and swung on, and that's going to split the first and second baseman, and the runner will come home. So Romperin has now made it a 3-2 game, and I actually should say Bubby Turp has made it a 3-2 game as he drives in Romperin with an RBI single. That's Turp's first hit of the ball game. So Philip Muldari coming in. His first pitch. Fastball, and I think that one actually ended up bouncing off of Leach right there. Count is 0-1 now. So here we go, the 0-1 coming in. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and that's in at the knees. The count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first base. 3-2 ball game as the Eagles were able to cut their deficit in half on the RBI single by Bubby Turp. And that ball is hit foul back over the right side. So Muldari would love nothing more to keep it going here. He is 1 for 3 so far. So single and 2 strikeouts. Looking to avoid the hat trick here. And that pitch is going to miss. And actually, Muldari is actually 1 for 2 on the evening. So the 1-2 coming in. And that ball is hit foul too. Muldari staying alive. So the 1-2 coming in now. And that pitch is over. And I think Muldari knew that one had rung him up as soon as it came over. And there's the second out. So that's going to bring up Draper now. Draper comes in 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out so far. Singled to left center his first time up, then struck out his second time through. And first pitch over for a called strike. First game here today where we have seen pitching have the upper hand. And that one is fouled off of his, looked like that got his shin. And that is not a fun day at the park right there. He's definitely going to be asking for a bag of ice when he gets a chance. Going to hit the ice bath. Or he might hit the jacuzzi at their hotel when he gets home, if they have one. So the 0-2. Those are not fun right there. So here's the 0-2. And that is a swing and a miss. And that's going to do it here. So Emory able to strike back for one. But Draper down on strikes for the second time will strand a runner. We are through 5.5 here. Rowan holding on to a 3-2 lead. We will be right back. And we are back. Bottom of the 6th. And that ball is a little pop-out or a little weakly hit ball there over to first for an easy out. So that's going to bring up Zach Leach. Comes in. He has a single to right center and struck out on a drop. Third strike his last time up. First pitch is over for a called strike one. So the 0-1. So that ball is over outside corner. Count goes to 0-2. And here we go. 0-2 coming in. And that pitch misses on the outside. Count is now 1-2. And that one is over. And Leach knows he was rung up on that one. Strike 3. As he is down for the second consecutive time on strikes. So that's going to bring up Matt Edwards. So Monk has done a pretty decent job since he's come on in relief. First pitch fastball in at the knees. Over first, strike one. Edwards is 0-1 with a strikeout. And he's going to lay that one down the third baseline and just foul. Monk, I think, got a little overeager there, trying to come off the mound and just lost his balance. To be honest with you, I probably couldn't step off the mound without falling, so I can't give him that much of a hard time. And the count goes to 0-2. Here it comes. And that ball is laced back behind home plate against the backstop. 0-2 once again. So here's the 0-2 count. And that one misses outside. Waste pitch. You want to get the guy to go, but you've got to be able to entice him into going, especially in 0-2 there. Make him think he has to defend something out of the zone, and that ball is popped back up. And Young will take a look at it, but that ball was always going to be out of play. And the count is now 1-2. Good ball game here through the first 5 1/3. Or excuse me, 5 1/2. 3-2 is the score. And fastball, and Emory's fans thought they had a strikeout right there in the end of the inning, but the pitch just misses on the outside corner. Pitcher's really getting squeezed out of that outside part of the plate here tonight. 2-2, and that ball is hit decently out to center field, but in the end, it will be an easy play for Draper, and that's going to do it here in the bottom of the 6th. So we are through 6, heading into the top of the 7th. When we come back, we will have the middle innings for you here at Dan Daniel Park. So that's going to bring up Chris Young here to lead things off in the top of the 7th as we enter the final 3rd. That ball is hit back to Cohen. Cohen fields, throws over to Strickland, and things are going to start. Top of the 7th, we'll start with a 1-3 ground out. So Young going down on the 1-3 ground out. And that's going to bring up Richard Brereton. So Brereton comes in. He is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, but he actually reached on a wild pitch. Also picked up a stolen base his last time through. And the 2-0 is over for a called strike 1. And it goes to 2-1 right now. So top of the 7th here. One already down, 2-1 count. And let's see what happens here. And a swing and a miss. And there's strike 2. So 2-2. Now the count to Brereton. 1 out, nobody on in a 3-2 ball game. This has been a cliffhanger here so far. 2-2. And that pitch misses high. It was well placed by Leach, but that pitch was not in the zone. So we're heading here into the final 3rd of this one, 3-2. And there's a walk as Brereton does a good job of strengthening the strike zone there. And Nick Chambers now comes up. Nick Chambers 0 for 3 on the afternoon, on the evening, that is, excuse me. So here we go. So runner on first now, 1 out. And first pitch is high. Doubt we'll see Chambers trying to bunt here with one out. So the 1-0. And pickoff move, and he is ghost at first. Great pickoff move there by Cohen. And just like that, any momentum the Eagles might have had has been zapped. So great pickoff move over there by Cohen. We'll nail him. So Nick Chambers still at the plate. Count goes to 2-0. Chambers looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero here. So the 2-0. And that pitch misses inside. Count goes to 3-0. So let's see what happens here. As Chambers, who has already gone down 3 times tonight on strikes, looking to avoid the fourth one. And the count goes to 3-1. So the 3-1 on the way. And that pitch is on the inside corner. As Cohen breaks out his paintbrush on that one and paints the inside part of the plate. 3-2, or 3-2 now is the count. 3-2 ball game. And Chambers reaches out and maybe gets caught swinging at ball 4 right there. That one is fouled off. So the 3-2. And so Chambers will work a walk here with 2 outs. Chambers is now the tying run. So that's going to bring up Wilson Morgan. Morgan comes in 2 for 3. Has by far been the Eagles' hottest hitter here. Has accounted for 2/3 of their offense thus far. And he will look to keep things going. First pitch, and Morgan a line drive through the third base coaching box. If Morgan had been on time with that one, that's a possible extra base hit down the right field line, and we could possibly be looking at a tie ball game right now. So the 0-1 coming in, top of the 7th. And that one is inside. Morgan showing his moves there to get out of the way of that one. So the 1-1. And the pickoff throw is going to get away. So that's going to allow Chambers to move into scoring position here with 2 down. So the 1-1, 2 on, or 1 on, 2 outs, 3-2 ball game. Morgan looking to try to be the hero here and tie this up. So the 1-1, and that ball is hit out to right field. That ball is going to get out of play, foul. So the 1-2. So the 1-2 coming in now to Morgan. Let's see what he can do, if he can keep this inning alive here. So the 1-2 on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. And that's going to do it here for the top of the 7th. So Emory misses a golden opportunity to tie the game. We move to the 7th inning stretch. Looking at a 3-2 game. We'll be right back.
And Clapper there with the leadoff single to start things off in the bottom of the 7th inning for Rowan as they lead Emory 3-2. That'll bring Mendel up to the plate. He shows bunt and drops it down foul as it landed in the box. Mendel 2 for 3 today. Started off the day with a pair of singles, but struck out in his last plate appearance. Showing bunt. This one popped up. Good diving play, but the pitcher unable to hold on to it as he collided with the catcher. And both runners will reach a dangerous play there as Monk trying to dive in, the catcher. Young trying to go out and make the play as well. Looked like Monk was going to hold on to it, but the collision jarred the ball away from him, so will be a hit. So 2 runners aboard here. And we will turn things back over to Davin Wilson.
All right, and we're back here. We'd like to thank Drew Wilson for taking over for me there for a second. And so we're going to have a balk on the play. Runners will move up to second and third. So Leiden at the plate. It's reached on a sac bunt, an error, and hit by a pitch. So really no official at bat yet for the young man. As Rowan is trying to increase hits advantage here a little bit. They hold on to a 1-run lead as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. And here we go. And Monk is actually will step off for a second. Now they're going out to have a conference. And so while they're doing that, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back in just a second. And so welcome back. I know we left you for such a long time, but we are back here. Runners on second and third. That ball is chopped, fouled down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. So Lyden seeing if he can come up with a big hit here after the balk by Monk advanced the runners 90 feet. Got him over to second and third. The 0-1 on the way. Here it comes. And that pitch is outside. Count goes to 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike here. One, and that ball is well struck, but also well fouled back over on the left side. And the count moves to 1-2. Rowan would love to grab an insurance run here. Maybe even a 2. So the 1-2, and that ball is popped up out into right field, or actually more center field. Runner is coming home. He will score. Other runner will move up 90 feet, and we now have a 4-2 ball game, courtesy of the sacrifice fly, RBI sac fly. So that's going to bring up Monty Strickland. He is 2 for 3 on the evening. Swung on and missed by Strickland. So the 0-1 coming in here. That ball is swung on and missed as well. The 0-2. So let's see what happens here moving forward. 0-2 count. And here it comes. And Strickland, and they're going to say he went around. And I don't think Strickland is too crazy about that call. He's not in love with it, but he is down on strikes for the second out. So Alex Kokas now stepping up. 2 for 2 on the evening. And he's going to hit that one back to first. Monk, a nice job. Nice throw over to first. Terp does a nice job of keeping his foot on the bag. And that's going to do it. So Rowan able to push across an extra run, though. We go to the top of the 8th. It is a 4-2 ball game here at Dan Daniel. So welcome back. Top of the 8th. Hernandez kicking off the frame for the Eagles. Top of the 8th. Hernandez comes in, has an RBI ground out tonight. Has driven in one half of the Eagles' runs. That fastball is in at the knees. called strike one. Or called strike two. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 coming in. And that one just misses. 1-2 now. And these pitchers are really not getting this outside corner here tonight. So the 1-2. And here comes fastball, and that one is hit on a rope out to center field. And wow, Brown lays out. And that is caught by Brown, but Brown kind of taking a bit of a gamble there. As if that ball gets past him, nobody's there to back him up. That ball is going back to the fence. But in the end, the move will pay off. And there's another fly ball out to left center. That's going to drop in. And Terp was trying to stretch it in two, but he will take the turn back around. So that's going to bring up Maldari now, Philip Maldari. Actually, that's going to bring up Tarp, excuse me. It's Hernandez on the single. And they're going to check his swing. They're going to say he did not go around there. So 1-0. And that one is over for a called strike one. So Bubby Terp had the RBI single his last time up. It's driven in the other of the Eagles' runs. So the 1-1, and that ball is chopped down to short or to second. That ball is going to sneak through. Throw back to second. Not in time. And Terp is going to reach with his second hit of the game. So that's going to bring up Maldari now, who is 1 for 3, singled and a pair of strikeouts. So do we have something brewing here in the top of the 8th? Eagles have runners on first and second, one down. And Maldari has a chance to keep the momentum going here as we are getting into the final innings of this contest. So we're going to have a quick time here on the field. Walk out and have a conversation. So right now, Rowan holding on to a 4-2 lead. But the tying run is on first. The go-ahead run at the plate. So things could get interesting here in the next few at-bats. So we are back underway here. Maldari stepping in. And here we go. Let's see what happens here. And Maldari will step out for a second. Here we go. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. So the 0-1 coming in. And another fastball. This one's in the dirt. Good job blocking there by Leach. 1-1. If you are Cohen right now, you got to be thinking strikeout, ground ball. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and away. Count goes to 2-1. And Leach is going to go out and Talk to Cohen again. This time it's a short meeting. So the 2-1 on the way, and that ball is hit foul back behind home plate. And the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 on the way. So Maldari steps out. So the 2-2 coming in. Swung on and missed, and there's the second out. And Maldari now the hat trick. Third strikeout. That is going to run Cohen's total up to 11 on the evening, strikeouts. Not a bad day at the ballpark there. So that's going to bring up Draper now, and that pitch is looked at for a called strike 1. And I actually miscounted on that last strikeout. It's actually 13 strikeouts now. And there's the second strike. Count goes to 0-2. So here we go. 0-2, runners on first and second. 4-2 ball game. And a swing and a miss as Draper was just confused on that one, and he is down on strikes for his third time tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head to the bottom of the 8th right now. Score is 4-2. We will be right back with the bottom of the 8th. So Jolly will kick off the inning here, bottom of the 8th. Jolly is 0 for 3, strikeout, ground out, and a flyout here tonight. One 0 coming in, and that pitch misses outside, 2-0. So right now, Emory 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Rowan 4 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. As we are closing this one down, 2-0. That pitch misses down and away. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Three 0 on the way in. Here we go. And that one misses, so Jolly is going to be happy with his walk to kick things off here. It's going to bring up Shane Brown, who has an infield single, strikeout, and a ground out. So Monk has done a decent job since coming on in relief. Surrendered 3 hits, 1 earned run, has a pair of strikeouts. So showing bunt there. Brown gets it down, the throw over, and there's the first out. But in the meantime, Brown does his job, getting the runner over to second with the sacrifice bunt. So that's going to bring up Zach Leach. Leach has singled to right center, struck out, and has struck out twice. So with a runner on second, 1 down here, Leach will be looking to find a gap, try to get a runner in here, make it a 5-2 game heading into the top of the ninth. That pitch misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 coming into Leach. And that one looked inside. It actually was inside, but it's going to be ruled strike 1. So the 1-1. Runner on second, 1 down. So Monk will take a second here to recollect his thoughts, wipe the sweat from his brow. The 1-1 on the way. And here we go. And that ball is hit a long way. Is it going to get out of here? It does. 6-2 is now your score, as Zach Leach will drill a 2-run homer to left field. And with that one right there, I think that is going to hurt Emory right there. They are now in a 4 or 3-run deficit. 4-run deficit. It is now 6-2 as Leach comes through with a 2-run homer. So Matt Edwards now steps up. (1-0) coming in. And fastball just a touch high, 2-0. Delivery on the way here. And that ball misses. And counted 3-0 now. 1 out, nobody on after the 2-run blast by Leach. It's first of the postseason. First one we've seen here all game today out to left field. So 2-1. And trying to bunt there, but will miss. The count is 2-2. Coming in, bottom of the 8th. 1 out, nobody on after the 2-run shot just a second ago by Leach. That ball is hit foul down the right side. So 3-2 count coming in. Here to Edwards. And Edwards is going to work a walk. And that's not going to bring up Jason Clapper. So Clapper coming in to this at bat. 2 for 4 tonight. 2 runs scored. The 0-1, and that ball is hit down through the left side. A great play over there by Chambers to lay out, but that was always going to be a tough one for him. And so that's going to bring up Mendel. 3 for 4 on the evening. First pitch over for a called strike one. So the 0-1. Here we go. And fastball, and that is hit well out to right field. In the end, though, Barrettson will be there, and that is the second out of the frame here. So Leiden stepping in now. Leiden is 0 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. And the RBI single. Only one official at bat so far. The 0-1, that pitch is inside. Strickland would hit next if Rowan can keep things going here. That ball is popped up, and that's going to get out of play just barely on the third base side. 1-2. So we will pick things up right where we left off tomorrow morning here at Dan Daniel Park. 1-2 coming in. That pitch is outside. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game clocking in at just over 3 hours right now. 2-2. And pitch out, and nothing going. So that looked like it was perhaps a mental mistake there by the Eagles. Miscommunication. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners now after the stolen base. And here we go, the 3-2. And that's going to be a walk, so that's going to bring up Strickland now, who Strickland is 2 for 4 with a run driven in. First pitch coming into Strickland now, bases juice, 2 outs, and that one is thrown behind Strickland. But that would be Young doing a good job of keeping that one from going to the backstop. So the 1-0 coming in now. Here we go. And that one is inside. Strickland has to dance out of the way. 2-0 now is the count as we are playing the bottom of the 8th right now. 2-0 coming in. Here it goes. And that is swung on and chopped foul off the home plate. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1. And that one is outside. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Strickland is swing and a miss, and the count will go DJ Tanner, full house. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming in. Monk looking to try to get out of this with minimal damage. 2 runs are already in, but he could stop the bleeding a whole lot here if he could just get this one final out. Strickland, and that is a ball well hit out to left center. And that ball drops, and it's going to get back to the wall. 2 runs are in. Strickland is hustling around. Strickland comes through with an inside the park grand slam. As there was a little bit of miscommunication out there between the Eagles' left and center fielder. That ball drops, rolls to the wall. And inside the park, grand slam by Strickland, as he now has 5 RBIs on the night, responsible for half of the Profs' runs. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a rarity right there. A inside the park grand slam home run. And that caps off a 6-run inning right now, and that's going to chase Monk from the game. So let's see, it's going to be, looks like James Robertson that is going to be replacing Monk, who up until this inning had not thrown a poor game by any means. But the wheels just fell off here in the bottom of the 8th as Rowan explodes for 4 runs, including 4 on the inside the park grand slam by Monty Strickland. As he knocked in, he has now driven in 5 runs here thus far in this ball game. And we're going to take a look here. So it will be. It is 5 runs on 3 hits. He's turned in a 3-for-5 performance. Has scored a run, struck out, and has also reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out. So that's going to bring up Alex Kokis. So if you follow this team, that is not a surprise that Strickland has come in here and had the game that he's had today. He is second in the team on the team in RBIs. And Kokis is going to keep the pain alive here, as that's a single up the middle. And honestly, making this more painful for the Eagles is all 2 outs right now. So Matt Jolly steps in. So we had seen a pretty tightly contested game up into this inning. And there's another shot out into right field. That is going to put runners on first and third here, as Kokis collects his 3rd base hit of the game. Excuse me, that will actually be Kokis' 4th hit of the game. So that's going to bring up Matt Jolly. So Jolly had that last hit. So that's going to bring up Shane Brown. First pitch misses for strike one. 1-1 is now the count. And that one's going to plunk him. And the drama continues here for the Eagles. So that's going to bring up Zach Leach. And with Leach coming up to the plate, the Profs have batted around this inning. They had the bases loaded once again. Last time they had the bases loaded, Strickland came through and cleared them with his inside the park home run. So the 0-1. And that pitch misses. Count goes to 1-1. One coming in. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2 to Zach Leach. So right now, Rowan with 10 runs on 16 hits. And curveball. And got away there for a second. Looked like it might have hit him. And the count will roll to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles just looking to get out of this one and get it on to the top of the ninth. 2-2. And that one's inside. Count runs full at 3 balls, 2 strikes to Leach. So Matt Edwards would hit next. If Leach can keep things started here or keep things going here. So 3-2. And that ball is blooped up to short. Throw over. And Leach thrown out by a step, but not before Rowan explodes for 6 runs in the inning. Last shot coming up for the Eagles. They trailed 10-2, top of the ninth. And that ball is fouled off. So 1-2. And that ball is hit well out to center. And Brown is under it, and that's going to conclude the ball game here. 10-2, your final line score here. Eagles 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Profs 10 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors. And no doubt the player of the game here today for the Profs is really overall player of the game is Monty Strickland. Came in and had 5 RBIs, including the inside the park grand slam home run that really broke this game open in the bottom of the 8th. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for today's triple header. Remember, we will be back tomorrow with another 3 games, and tomorrow is an elimination day for some teams, so make sure you stick with us and don't miss 1 minute of the drama. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a good rest of the night. Thanks for tuning in to us here, and hope you will come back tomorrow. On behalf of the NCAA Regional Division III Danville, Virginia tournament, I'm Davin Wilson. Saying good night.